Okay. What can I say? I'm losing my mind. I can't sing. Okay, it's okay. My beats are slow, and my stories are true. My feelings in pieces, I cannot tell them apart. The sun is shining bright, but I'm feeling cold. I'm always on the road, that's why I'm all alone. She says she wants to take a break and maybe get away, take a trip and maybe see Victoria Falls. She told me that I'm changed, I'm thinking maybe she was right, and everything that's happened maybe is for the best. I need to get my head straight, it's time to sober up. My act is kinda shady, I just need to clean it up. I got some issues on my own, I need to fix it up. It's time to take the mask off, no more cover-ups, no more late night calls. It's time to change my number, I need to meditate, I could use a clear head. Fresh start, black space, play Taylor Swift, flip-flop, tip-top. Sometimes life flops, my flow still dope. Try to kill me, but I'm still top. And you can touch this MC hammer. Yeah, take that. Right said Fred. Bombo Claude. I don't know why I'm being weird right now, but this is a minute verse from the Son of Karma podcast. Have a great listen, okay? Hello there. Welcome to the Son of Karma podcast with Tyrone. Today he refused to do the intro. I don't know why he refused to do the intro.
You're not supposed...
Are you shy?
Dude, you're not supposed to be doing this.
No, I know. So that next time you do the intro.
Okay, cool.
Ah.
Hello there. Welcome to the Son of Karma podcast.
That
I'm
so
Metembe. Damn. Cool.
That was fine until you said that. All right. So on the podcast today, we're gonna talk about what about the pornstars part 1.
Yeah. What about the pornstars?
Yeah, part 2 is coming out tomorrow. So like when you watch porn, Tyrone, and like let's say you have downloaded your videos and you're ready to go, and like at any point in your life has it ever occurred to you about the third parties that are involved?
I believe no. But then I think that is something like when you want to talk about the issue of pornography, I believe you have to consider them a lot. Like you have to think about the third parties a lot. That's the best way you can talk about the issue of pornography. Like, because these are human beings that we're talking about.
Have you ever heard that there's a direct link between like the spikes and the pornography industry, like this growth and human trafficking?
Exactly. I've heard a lot of stories about that. Like they traffic people from here in Asia, they take people from Africa, from everywhere, and they take them there, and they are forced into those things. Some of the people are forced into those things.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
So I think if you watch porn, you are actively contributing
to human trafficking.
You're part of those guys.
You know, like there are a lot of videos on YouTube. And like we had to prepare for this, so I had to go and watch a lot of those videos. And I remember I watched this one. She was an ex-porn star.
Yeah,
she says she was an ex-porn star. Then, so she was talking pretty much about this.
She's helping other girls who also want to get out of the
industry and everything.
Because it's practically prostitution.
And to make matters worse, some of those people, they are not even paid.
Hey.
Did you believe it? Like some of those people, they just get there and they are forced into it and they are not paid.
Imagine. And a lot of them they are quite young.
Yeah.
So if you watch that, you're actively contributing. And have you ever like when like the porn career is over, and like when they start pushing a certain age,
after that
done, then they're just thrown to the streets.
And no one is going to accept you.
No one's gonna marry you.
Do you think? But then I'm surprised though. Like there are certain porn stars who have families.
No, it's the lucky ones. It's not. It's like in Nigeria, and you see there's Davido, there's Burna Boy, but then there's 10,000 others who tried to go there and they failed miserably, and it didn't happen.
Yeah,
so the guys, there are women out there.
Well, just a few. Then we are going to hear about those, and we are not going to hear about the rest of them.
We don't hear those ones in the shadows.
Yeah.
What's like?
We hear about the big names in the industry.
Because would you marry an ex-pornster?
Nah, no way. Why would I do that?
Exactly.
Like she's gone through a lot of those things.
I mean, myself is not the number of guys. It's the cameras, my man. Like I can see, I can watch, I can.
Yeah, even your kids. You know, like maybe at one point in time, your kids will just be sitting down. Then they come across.
Would you marry an ex-hooker or an ex-pornster?
I like Cardi B, but then
you know, like ex-stripper, ex-prostitute, ex-pornster. Choose one. Gun to your head.
I would go for an ex-stripper.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I made that one easy.
Yeah.
All right. So ex-stripper, ex-pornster.
Still, I'm going for an ex-stripper.
Yes, sorry. I mean ex-pornster, ex-prostitute.
Well, you would go with prostitute because there were no cameras. Like it's just in your heads.
Yeah, it's
like
easier that way.
Yeah,
we just assume what you saw a lot of big names.
Like with the pornography industry, it's too much.
Yeah,
you know, there is a lot of it.
Yeah,
everyone is going to and we're not going to forget that. You know, there's big names in those industries. People talk about those people. Like I wouldn't want that for a wife. No.
Yeah, but then I had a lot of guy porn stars and they're quite broke.
Really?
They don't make there's not a lot of money in being a guy porn star as compared to being a lady porn star, which is one thing that the feminists do not talk about in the gender gap, in the gender pay gap. They don't talk about those poor male porn stars.
We are not going to be talking about that. We are saying no to pornography. And if we're going to have this discussion about feminism, I am a strong feminist. I believe in equal rights.
And my argument to the feminists is, and when the boat is now sinking, and it's not women and children, and it's whoever can get to the boat wins. When there's a fire in the house, it's like women and children first.
No, children.
Get out.
Children.
Oh yeah, kids.
Yeah.
Then the rest of us to see how if there's an animal coming, and
kids will protect the kids.
Protect the kids,
but
they're staying with me. Yeah. If there's someone in the house, you're going to check it.
That is pretty cool. Like that is what they are fighting for.
That's
they say they say that's what they want. The privileges. We want everything to be leveled. But then biblically, if we're to go back to the Bible, like church and stuff, you know, like back to the Bible, we're complaining. Like there were certain things that were happening in our societies that would be like, these are pretty fucked up. Like, you know, those things. Like in
those things. Now I need to explain those things to you.
Okay, let's talk back in Africa. You hear that a girl child.
Yes.
She couldn't go to school.
She couldn't go to school.
Yeah, she couldn't go to school. Yes. Like in a family, they were definitely going to go with the boy child more than the girl child. But that's just.
But no, like there's something that was explained to me by I think our Chinese teacher at our time. When she said that, and fine, and this girl, and we're gonna educate her, and she's gonna go and she's gonna marry some dude, and then she's gonna use that education that she picked up with us to improve that family over there. And my child, like I want you to think of it in terms of like you're a grandfather, and like you're not an old man, and you live in the rural areas, and like people don't take context into consideration. And which like when you have a girl child and she's gonna get married and leave.
Yes, that's true.
Not gonna come back.
That's true.
And so when if you had a choice, who would you rather see? And a person what would you rather happen? And your son who's gonna stay and help this thing
built up to be much better, or she's gonna go.
What's I saw though? Like that is the mentality that they had back then. Like like right now, you'd be surprised that maybe your sister would help in the family business more than the boy child.
But you see now times are different.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Now, like people like to bring that one up, but I think it's something that predominantly happened in the past.
But I wouldn't we say that it was happening? It was like that back then in the past. It was like that because of this difference in the system.
No, they like in the past back then, and it was just built. It was a system that was built upon surviving. You see what I mean? It wasn't built to intentionally oppress anyone. Like when those many kids. Exactly. They were like, you know what? We need to survive. We need someone who's gonna dig this stuff. They weren't thinking in terms of what it was just natural impulse.
Yeah, that's true. But then we cannot justify that though.
No, like we didn't live in that time.
Yeah, we didn't.
So we have no right.
Okay, we're not going to so you're saying we're not going to judge them. They did what they did. True. They did what they did and they had to survive. But then they just came a time like right now.
Like right now, you can't be doing that, because like you just make sure that your kid and you're expecting me to say something myself. You're waiting for me. I can feel.
That's not it. Like
you're expecting me to say it.
No, like we have this question that we're talking about. A disaster strikes here, then there is you, then there is the lady. You are we believe that you're supposed to say ladies. You're supposed to go
ladies
first.
So that one should remain, and that one should remain. And but like what I'm saying is like equal does not mean the same.
Like, true.
Like we should be equal and stuff, and but it doesn't mean that
we're the same. Yeah, true. We should be equal, giving each other equal opportunities in everything, in the workspaces and but then they should be a line that they should be a certain point that we draw the line. Okay, you get to do this. I think it's because of this equal rights that we're having a lot of those people who are like, oh, I am a guy who identifies as a...
those gender is a social construct.
Exactly. Like I think it's just because of this, and it's not something that we like a lot.
Yeah, it's just weird. This is a weird time to live in.
What are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I am a guy who identifies as an African guy who lived in the 1980s. Because I can feel in the music that I listen to. What do you identify as, Tyrone?
I am a guy.
What's your pronoun?
I am they.
He, she, hey.
They. I am many. Not like Legion though. I am just many.
Legion was a weird one, isn't it?
Exactly, think of it.
But like, don't you think about like there's a certain level of significance of the story of Legion, which like it represents how the society treats the mentally ill.
Really?
Like what they did with the Joker. Like they just cast him away. They didn't ask him, yo, Legion, what's up, my man? What's up?
What's
Are you
wrong?
So like,
so you're saying we're supposed to engage more with such people and bring them home and try to talk them down and everything.
Maybe if someone had said hi to Legion one time, it was gonna be okay.
Yeah,
it's gonna be okay. It was gonna be alright.
Yeah, I like the concept of that though. But then, like, I don't know, like if we can, I don't know. But the issue with the Bible is quite, it's really different. Like. That story of Legion.
Yes,
it says it's a certain purpose in the Bible. If it had to be the other way around, then
no. I think would see like the Bible, and it has like a lot of interpretations.
Yeah,
I say that right. It doesn't sound right.
No, it's
interpretation.
Yes, interpretation.
It's not interpretation. Tyrone, you need to feel.
It's interpretations.
It's interpretation.
Interpret something.
Listen,
No, let's look it up.
Yeah.
You
Like-
interpret
like
something.
this one, and like you were saying, interpretation.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, it doesn't sound right. Let me. We're gonna use this feature right now. We're gonna use this feature
Yes.
on that we newly implemented.
Yes.
Aha! I'm so excited.
It's interpretation. Yes. I have it here.
Oh yeah.
It's interpretation, right?
Interpretation.
Oh, it's
Interpretation.
not interpretation.
Interpretation.
Where did I get interpretation from?
I don't know. I've never heard that word. Interpretation.
Wow. That should be a word though.
I don't think so.
That's no. Like, if it's not a word, we'll make it a word right now.
And
Interpretation.
Then it's going to. What is it going to?
Man. Actually, like there's oppression,
Yes.
and then interpretation is like when you're oppressing everybody.
Well, like it's
Like-
not because of their race. It's not because
there's
of
no
their,
like when the aliens come, they will
They
just
just-
oppress everybody.
then it's going to be interpretation.
They're like, I'm a white man. Hey, man. And they'll be like, hey, I identify as a male, female. They're like,
We don't
everybody.
care. Everyone.
Everybody. So I've gone from porn stars to gender equality to aliens.
Yeah.
And what else can we get into? One thing that I'm now interested in, and I'm interested in having a conversation, and not a conversation, not a debate,
Okay.
with someone from the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Because
Tell me about this interest in the Catholic. What
'Cause-
exactly?
I want to ask them and about their feelings and about the stuff, the news that comes out. What's it like the priests that molest the kids, and then the stories are buried. No one ever talks about it. The gay priests, what do they feel about their position on gays, and what's it? So if you don't share the same values of those guys upstairs, isn't that kind of hypocritical?
Yeah.
And if
Have you ever been to a Catholic church now?
No, I'm scared.
Like you've never been in
I'm
the
scared
church?
it will never end. That's what I'm afraid of.
They're pretty cool and everything.
They look great. Now, what turns me off about them is the white Jesus.
Like
it's just too white, man.
Yeah, I've been to a Catholic church once, I think.
Were you molested?
No.
Oh,
They don't do that.
No, like some of them too. Some of them stories have came out. Like you can't deny the evidence when it's in front of you. That's all
true.
I'm saying. I'm not saying all of you molest kids. Saying that there were a few bad apples.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
then
saying.
it's not like you just got there for the first time, then they're going to do that to you. No. No.
So it's like prison. Like in prison, you get there and first day, you're gonna have one up.
Yeah, true. No, but then that's not. Yes, are you seriously comparing the Catholic? No, I have to get you straight now. Are you seriously comparing the Catholic Church to prison?
No, I need to make a statement. I'm not comparing the Catholic Church to a prison.
Okay.
I'm simply stating that if someone is intending to molest you and they're gonna do it the first day, and like this has nothing to do with the Catholic Church. If they're listening, like you're good people probably, and you probably never molested anyone in your life.
Yeah,
and you have never even thought of it. And if you have and you haven't done it, you're a good person because you're not molesting.
Keep it up. You should not do it. You should not do it. Just stick it up in your mind and try not to think about it.
To look at how low the bar is for being a human being. Like to be a good person, you don't have to molest kids.
Yeah, you.
This is sad.
Dave.
Like back in the day, you had to do something great.
Yeah. Then we would be saying you're a great person. You're a good person. Other than that, you can't just be living around and doing nothing. And then say
it's like it's now being a catch as a guy these days. And like back then, you had to do something. These days, I just need to not get a face tattoo. I need to not to go to jail. And
just try to be. And nothing. Just don't say bad words and just sit there.
Don't beat them. Don't rape them. Then you're a golden guy. Wow.
Back then you had to buy flowers and chocolates and a lot of those things, and you
and
had
get a
to
hat.
And dress well, like the
ties,
the
and then walk a certain way. and have some fancy words.
Yeah.
Now it's easier.
It's just there.
So if you can't get laid and you're watching porn right now, no. It's never been easier.
Yeah. You should get help.
Yeah.
Is there professional help for people who watch pornography?
Yeah, but they won't do it.
Don't?
It's a bit embarrassing to go like.
No, but then, like, those people they have, like, it's just like you're going to therapy. They have the non-disclosure. I think they sign the non-disclosure thing.
Oh, like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yes.
Or to like we have porno. This is not cool. Like it doesn't have anything else.
Exactly. Like no one is going to be interested in that.
Porn Addicts Anonymous. PAAA.
PAA. Porn Addicts Anonymous. Yeah. PAA. Yeah. They should.
PAA.
But then it's would you like it for people to know that you watch porn?
Like I have, and I won't deny that I've watched porn.
Yeah,
I won't deny that.
Yeah,
but it once got to a point where I almost lost control of the ship. But I managed to reel it in. Yeah. Now I'm okay.
Good for you. Like good for you. But then there's certain people who